Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on what time you're watching this next episode from me, Avomance, in the Minecraft Survival Manual. In this Minecraft guide, Freelioth and I are showing you how to work through Minecraft Survival in 1.14 and above, because we're now in 1.14.2 in this particular episode, and we're going to show you how to do it in two different ways. He's got his style, I've got my style, and they are very, very different. So don't forget to go and pop over and see Freel and see what he does with this particular episode after you've finished watching mine. Today, we're doing something a little bit scary. Now, given what happened in the last few episodes, you'd have thought, what's left to be scary? Well, we're going to crack on with a bit of a boss today. We're going to get a bit withery. Yep, we are going to take on the Wither. And to do that, I need a few bits. I went back to the nether. Yeah, I know. I was a mental. And I got myself a number of Wither skulls. In fact, I got 4. I only need 3. I have had to mine like a maniac to be able to get myself enough iron to do what it is I want to do today. I've also had to do lots and lots of enchanting, which means I've done lots of fishing, and I've also made a lot of books, which means that I am, well, properly booked out. But it's okay because I've now got some weapons with some enchantments on. Not the best enchantments, but they're okay, and some armor as well. I'm going to make another golden apple. Get yourself an apple in the middle of your box, stretch around it with all of these gold ingots, not nuggets, ingots, and you get a golden apple. Now, when you eat a golden apple, you get extra hearts for a limited period of time, and you also get the hearts that you've lost, or some of them, regenerated. So it's actually a very powerful tool. With me, I've also got some cobblestone just to help me out should I ever need to block anything off. I've got some strength 2 potion, which will be useful. I've got some torches, some arrows, and then just food and me. We're going to do this my way. We're nearly there. We're in the spawner room. I always like to walk around the spawner. Don't know why. Just weird like that. So I'm going all the way down as deep as I possibly can. So we're going to go in this direction because we need to be able to get fair distance away from our spawn area or our base. But at the same time, we want to be so close enough that we don't get too distant and lose our way. I'm just going to get myself my torches in my offhand, and I'm going to pop that there. I'm going to dig a tunnel that is pretty long. I'm not worried about all of the resources here because this has a specific purpose, this tunnel. I'm just going to keep on going. I am in a small hole that is a very long way down this tunnel, and this is where we're going to spawn the beast from hell. And the way we're going to do it is relatively simple. We're going to pop one there, one there, one there, and one there, and then one skull there, one skull there. Now, when I put this skull, I'm just going to take it out of my hand in case I place it by mistake. When I put this skull in the middle, this horrible monster is going to come from the depths of hell and want to eat anything that's alive, or indeed anything that's dead. It doesn't care. It's not picky. It just wants to eat it. It wants to kill it. It's horrible. It is a very evil thing. And it feels a bit dazed when you first spawn it in, and you have to give it a few seconds to work out where it is. It then explodes, creates a big explosion, and then tries to kill you. It's got 2 different types of bullets. It's got bullets that are grey that come along and give you the wither effect, and that can kill you stone dead. Hence me having gone back to get some milk and also my shield. I decided it was shield-tastic time. And then it's also got these blue bullets which are in the shape of its own skull, and they have the explosive power of TNT. Everything about this thing is very dangerous, but we need to kill one because there's something we want to do. So I'm just going to pop this here. Just check there's nothing behind me. I'm going to place it, and I'm going to retire a safe distance whilst it explodes. There we go. It's coming. So we need to wait for it to explode. Any second it will. You can see its power bar is very high. It will go boom, and then we can start to shoot it with arrows. However, once it's got... Right, so I've got the wither effect, so I need to drink some milk. That will reduce that effect. I'll eat some food. And I'm going to start to shoot it with arrows. Every time I shoot it with arrow, it's going to get really upset with me, and it's going to try and come and kill me a lot as soon as it works out where I am. And you'll notice that I've got this too high because if it can't see me, it's harder for it to shoot me. But once I hit it with enough arrows, it is going to start to realise that I'm shooting it with arrows, and you can see it also heals itself. And now it's all covered over. Now I've got to hit it with a sword. and it really doesn't like me hitting it with a sword at all. So I'm just going to keep reversing out. You imagine doing this in the open? That would be proper bad. I'm going to hit it again. I'm going to hit it again. Hit and retreat. Hit and retreat. Hit and retreat. We're doing it. Its power bar is going up again, so you've got to be really careful. You see some of those bullets flying around there. If they hit you, you are in proper trouble. It is a one-hit pony. Boom! There we go. And that wither is dead. And it sounds like it's like a turbo engine going down. Can you see there is some foliage at the back there? There's a creeper. I'm just going to investigate this. Where are my torches? I don't need the golden apple. I actually did really well there. I'm quite impressed with myself. I'm just going to light this up because this is now officially a cave, and in caves things spawn, and spawny things get quite painful. So if I just pop that there. Oh, and we found some diamonds as well. I'll have those. Brilliant. Oh, that's a bit of a bonus. Because the wither explodes stuff like TNT, there's 100% yield on everything that it explodes. It doesn't destroy the blocks that it explodes, they just sit there. So it's a really interesting way to mine, and maybe there is a good farm that you could harness a wither and actually do your mining for you. That sounds very dangerous to me, but it works quite well. Anyway, you'll see what we've just picked up here. It's a nether star. It's so pretty. I'm just going to pop it in my hand, and I'm going to look at myself because that's the kind of guy I am. We're going to make something really cool with this thing. I'm back at base and I need to collect some bits and pieces. I've already dumped a load of stuff, as you can see, but we've got this thing here. We can make something really quite important with another star, and that is a beacon. We're going to flip around and we're going to take these bits here. You can see I've got loads of iron. We're going to do something with that in a minute. And we're going to take 3 obsidian like that, 5 glass like a little roof, and then we're going to take this nether star and pop it in the middle. This gives us a beacon. Beacons are awesome. I'm then going to get all of this iron. Now if you pick up iron in your hand and then whilst pressing shift double click on anything else that's the same thing, it will transfer all of that thing into your inventory or out of your inventory into a chest. So double click, bang, all of it in there. That is a really simple way of transferring a lot of stuff all at the same time. We need to make a load of blocks, iron blocks specifically. There's iron blocks, so press shift and click that. We can make, well, a full stack and still have a load left over. You need 164 blocks for a beacon, which means that you need more blocks than I had. So I've gone and got some more iron, and I've got exactly the right number of blocks. And what we need to do is we need to build a square, and that square needs to be 9 by 9. So I'm just going to do it one in from there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, and then we're going to come out this way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, for goodness sake, 8 and 9. Okay, so that is the shape of the base of the pyramid. We just need to turn that into, get out of the way cow, turn that into a whole square, which is going to take 81 blocks just to start with. So let's fill all of that in. Now we are going to make a 7 by 7 square. So basically we're creating a pyramid. This is another 49 blocks. So let's pop these in here. Now we've got a 5 by 5 square. That is 25 more blocks. And thank goodness I'm left with 9 blocks, and we create a 3 by 3 square. When I can place the blocks properly. Like that. Okay, so that is the maximum size of a pyramid that you need for one of these beacons. You can just have a 3 by 3, but that means you can't maximize your power. Your max power is when you've got a 4 level pyramid, but you can have a 1, 2 or 3 level pyramid should you wish. I am then going to put the beacon on top, and watch what happens when I pop this on top. Boom! We got Beaconator and bring home the beacon, and that goes all the way up to Y256. You can see it from a mile away, a lot further away than you can see the smoke signals, but I still do like the smoke signals very, very much. We now want to interact with the interface of this beacon to make it actually do what we want it to do. Obviously, being out in the open, do be aware that there are mobs that want to eat your face, neck, and probably most of your shoulders. So come up to the beacon and right click on it, and you'll get this interface table. You can choose any of these primary powers at no cost. So we've got speed, which makes you faster, haste, which makes you mine faster, resistance, which means you're less likely to take damage from mobs, jump boost, which means you can jump higher, and strength, which means when you hit mobs you do more damage. And you also have the potential for a secondary power here, which is regeneration. Now I tend to like resistance and strength quite a lot, because in hard mode, when you're in this sort of area, you'll notice how many mobs we've had cracking around, and I reckon having something that helps us defeat those mobs is probably a good thing. You can swap these out if you want at a later date, but right now I quite fancy having resistance. So I've now got the potential for that. We have to put in some fuel to say thank you very much, Mr. Beacon. And which secondary power do we want to have? Resistance 2, which means that we can have more resistance, or do we want regeneration, which means we get our hearts back quicker? I'm going to go for regeneration, and I'm going to click this done tick here. When I click the done tick, we're going to get some things appear in our corner. Boom. And you can see immediately we've got two little icons in the top right hand side. I've got regeneration and I've got resistance, which means I am going to get my hearts back quicker, and I am that much harder for mobs to kill, and I like that. We can swap this around as much as we want. So for example, if I change my mind, I say, you know what, I want jump boost instead. Let's get jump boost instead, and I want jump boost 2 to be extra specially awesome. Oh, the spider's coming, but it's all right. Now I can jump away. Can you see how much higher I'm jumping? So I should be able to... I could just literally jump over the fence and the spider can't. So that is actually quite useful for terms of escape. I put resistance and regeneration back on myself. If I press E, you can see here that those effects are sitting there very nicely, and they kind of reform themselves, because when you're near enough to the beacon, they are a permanent effect. If you go further away, they linger for a little bit and then they disappear. If you have enjoyed that video, go and see how Frill kills the Wither, or maybe how the Wither kills Frill. I have a feeling he's going to be doing it in a different way to me. If you've enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to see you enjoying it, and I will keep on making them. And also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.